7 ladies' lives explode. Lois, Molly and more in General Hospital update news. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, thank you. General Hospital sees several leading ladies whose lives are teetering on the edge of disaster and ready to explode at any moment. We're talking about Lois Cerullo, Rena Sofer. We're talking about Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, and 5 others. There's blackmail, there's baby secrets, there's filthy lies, and they are all about to come out and wreck lives all across Port Charles. We're going to talk about how some of the major storylines are about to just upend the lives of 7 of the female characters on the show in spectacular ways. Number 1. The first lady whose life is about to explode spectacularly is Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey. Eventually, we all knew it was going to come out that Christina tampered with Rick Lansing's, Rick Hurst, brakes, thinking it was Ava Jerome's, Maura West, car, and we all know she's responsible for the accident that almost killed Rick and Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst. I do expect it's going to be sooner rather than later now that even more people are being brought into the mix because as of recent episodes, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, now knows that Ava and Rick are blackmailing Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn. And I expect he may tell Christina because of course he knows about the brake lines. And then Christina may feel like she has no choice but to confess to save Alexis. But even if Christina turns herself in and commits herself to the mental hospital while Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, works on her defense, that's still not going to help Christina's relationship with Molly. Christina and Molly finally patched things up after the whole surrogacy nightmare and after the baby's death. But once Molly finds out Christina nearly killed her dad, Rick, because she's so unhinged, Molly may never forgive her. So pretty soon Christina may lose her sister. Her crimes might become public knowledge, and she'll either be facing prison time or a lengthy stint in Shady Brook. And Christina leads us to the next character whose life is about to blow up, and that is Ava. So she's the second one. Alexis is working really hard to shut down Ava's blackmail. And even though Alexis hit a speed bump recently, it looks like it's going to happen soon thanks to Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, and his top-notch cyber hacking skills. Ava knows that Alexis is onto her, and she moved Rick's car before Alexis could destroy it. And she even left a note taunting the lady lawyer. But pretty soon, Ava is going to be flat broke again. The blackmail is going to end. The money train is going to end as well. And then she's going to be at risk of losing her art gallery and back in those dire financial straits she was in before. Now that Lucky is involved, I expect he is going to do all he can to shut down Ava. And you never know if Alexis can find a way to send Ava to prison without implicating herself. Course she will. But I don't see that happening. Even so, Ava's going to lose the money she needs, lose all her new stuff that she's buying, and may lose things she had before that were already at risk. Plus, once Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, finds out Ava blackmailed Alexis, he might go back on their custody agreement and start the fight for sole custody of Avery Jerome Corinthos, Ava and Grace Scarella. Again. The only reason Sonny agreed to joint custody was because he needed to avoid stress because of his heart thing. But now Sonny has had his heart surgery. He's recovering. So after this Ava blackmail stunt, Sonny may backtrack and come after Ava. Either way, her life is set to explode. Now on to the third female on General Hospital whose life is going to blow up very soon. That is poor Molly. And unlike some of the other ladies on our list, what's going to happen to her is through no fault of her own. First, Christina was going to snatch back the surrogate baby from Molly that she agreed would be hers and TJ Ashford, Taj Bellows. Then Christina lost the baby. And from there Molly and TJ broke up. It's just been one bad thing after another for her. And it's going to get even worse because Molly is about to find out Christina once again lashed out without considering consequences and almost killed Molly's father, Rick. Then, of course, Christina has been lying to her face and acting sympathetic, sitting by her side at General Hospital while Rick is in life-saving surgery. And it's all Christina's fault. Molly is going to be furious that once again, Alexis covered for Christina and enabled her terrible behavior. And Rick blackmailing Alexis is also going to hit Molly really hard. She'll have no parents that she can trust or admire and a sister that keeps ruining her life. Poor Molly. Alright, number 4 on the list. Another lady whose life is about to blow up is Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr. For a while, Brad Cooper Perry Shen was blackmailing Portia over the Heather test tampering, but at least Portia told Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, what she did, but she left out the blackmail stuff. And of course, now Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, has that same info thanks to Brad. And he's blackmailing Portia. She is hiding that from Curtis too. Plus, Drew knows about the ketamine. Portia doesn't know he knows. But that's another bombshell. Another scheme that Curtis is going to be furious about. Her hubby knows something is up, but Portia, let's face it, she's a big old liar who never tells the truth until she's cornered. And usually by then it's too late. And Curtis may not forgive these recent lies. So Portia may lose Curtis, her job, her medical license, and her freedom because she might go to prison. Alright, number 5 on our list. Portia's mess of a life ties into Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous. Because they were working together to destroy Drew. It's clear that Portia may go down soon, and Nina may be dragged down with her. Brad dropped that dime on Portia, and he blamed her for the ketamine. So now Drew is putting all the pieces together because he knows that the prostitute Jacinda was on Nina's radar. Sleazy Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove, let him know that it shouldn't take long for Drew to realize Portia and Nina were working together. So, yeah, Nina may lose Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, and she could face arrest for the ketamine caper, and that would definitely blow up her life, especially if the whole thing with Nina sleeping with Drew comes out as well. Alright, number 6, from Nina, we go directly to the next lady whose life may implode. That's Willow. She is to blame for a lot of what has happened in her life lately because she slept with Drew. But Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, and Nina have plotted and conspired to make her life worse and tried to destroy her and Drew. And when Willow finds out Nina was part of the plan to drug Drew with ketamine and set him up with a hooker, she's going to be horrified. And at that point, Drew may go for broke and tell Willow that Nina had been shagging him for months to try and keep him away from her so that he can make himself look better. Willow's going to be crushed. And with Carly pushing to take custody of her kids using the Drew incident against her, that's going to hurt Willow too. It also looks like recast Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, is back soon. And Willow's life may blow apart if he makes that move for sole custody. Number 7, speaking of kids and custody and drama, Lois' life is hanging by a thread, and her lies are about to come out in an explosive manner. Lying to Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, and keeping her son Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, right under her nose all these years is going to look so bad. Lois lied to Brooklyn, to Gio, and pretty much to everybody except her mother Gloria Cerullo, Ellen Travolta. And then, of course, Joe's adoptive mom died, leaving him an orphan. So, that poor kid, the poop is all about to hit the fan, and Lois's life is going to be shattered. Brooklyn is going to be furious. Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, will be. Gio, absolutely. Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, probably will be. I think the only person that will excuse and defend Lois is going to be Gloria, her partner in crime. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our General Hospital Update news channel and stay with us.